once again. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. So first of all, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and congrats on my launching of my boutique. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So if you haven't checked out the shop, head on over there and let me know what you think and shop until you drop. So from the title, you guys can see that we're going to talk about mental health and therapy. So if you guys don't know, the month of July is Minority Mental Health Month. So pretty much throughout the whole month, it's just bringing awareness to mental health. But mental health, therapy, it's a really taboo topic. It's something that is frowned upon. It's something that is not talked about. It's swept under the rug. We are human, men and women. We all go through things. Some people experience worse things than others. So with everything that we do encounter, we process them different. And sometimes people process things in an unhealthy way because they don't have the resources to process things in a healthy way. So that's why I love mental health. I love therapy because it allows you to look at things from a different perspective. It allows you to take the resources to break down those toxic things, to break down those, to break down those cycles, to break down those habits, so that way you can process things in a healthy way. So we're going to talk about that today. So without any further ado, let's get it. So I just want to say that if you are seeking therapy or you have been in therapy, if you want to get therapy, if you want to seek therapy, I truly commend you and applaud you, because there is nothing more rewarding than wanting to do better for yourself. Not just getting a good job, not getting a new car, but wanting to do better for your overall well-being. Because there's just some people that love dysfunction. They would rather stay in their dysfunction. They'd rather hurt people because of their dysfunction. They just live within their dysfunction and they attract dysfunction. But the fact that you're willing to take the necessary steps to want to break from your dysfunction and your toxic habits, you, my friend, deserve every good thing that's coming your way, okay? And honestly, it takes a lot to admit that you have some dysfunction in your life, that you have some toxic habits. Like, it takes a lot to admit that, and the fact that you're willing and able to get the help that you need so that way you can get past those things, I'm all for it and I support it. So I just felt in my heart to talk about this because as a Black woman who is seeking therapy, I want people to know that it's okay. There is nothing wrong with it. Yes, I love God. I love Jesus. I grew up in a church. There's just some things in life that you just can't pray away. You really need the resources and the assistance to help you get through those things. Not just an opinion, but professional assistance to help me with the resources to navigate this life in a healthy way. So just to share a bit about my story, I started therapy a couple of years ago. I just realized that there was just some things that were triggering me. I'm just the type of person that keeps things bottled in. I just don't like confrontation. There are times where I told friends certain things and then they went and told other people. So I kind of had trust issues with talking about certain things. So I just kept everything bottled in. Just things I encountered within my childhood, such as bullying. I had really low self-esteem. I was suicidal. I hated my life. Some of those things that I never really saw at a young age. Some of the things that I never really talked about or solved as a child rolled over into my adulthood. There's just some traumatic things that I experienced as an adult, and I just continued to sweep it under the rug because I just felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. It was just eating me up inside. Fast forward to after I had my baby, I experienced postpartum depression, but I realized that I was super emotional. I was triggered. Like, I used to watch Law and Order Special Victims Unit all the time. Like, I would sit there and just binge watch it, but then I realized that some of the episodes were triggering. I was having nightmares. I was starting to have flashbacks and stuff. So I stopped watching it. So besides the TV thing, like I just realized that like here I am as a new mom, a new wife, you know, new life and stuff. So why am I emotional? You know, after you have a baby, they tell you that, you know, you should get on birth control so that way you don't get pregnant quickly because you are really fertile after having a baby. I knew I wanted to have my babies 2 years apart, so I was just like, okay, well, I'll do it. So I've told you guys this before, but my experience with the depot shot, never again, because I think that made it worse. So I've asked you guys this before, but if you guys would like to hear my birth control story, I'll tell you, because everybody's different, but I do not suggest that, okay? I noticed that like my emotions were getting hella out of control to the point where like I was crying myself to sleep. I didn't know what was going on. Like I didn't want to be bothered. I think you're supposed to get it every 3 months, 6 months, I don't know, but I didn't get it again. I said nope. So once I stopped the birth control, I noticed my emotions were getting better, but then I was still feeling these triggers. Like I would start jumping. I'll be walking around my stroller and I'll just be looking around, you know, make sure I'm not attacked or, you know, somebody try to come up from behind. I really just thought, okay, I'm a mom, I'm just overprotective now. After I had like a come to Jesus with myself, I just said, you know what, there's some deeper issues that I feel are causing these things to, you know, take over me at this point. I told my husband, I said, you know, I might need to seek help because I can't keep these emotions under control. I don't know what's going on, but I need help. And like I said, it takes a lot to admit that you need help. So fast forward, he was okay with it. So I saw online that people were starting to talk about it. I know my lead was sharing her experience, and there's a platform called Black Girls for Therapy, or Therapy for Black Girls. That platform was on the rise and everything. So people were talking about this, and I'm just like, wow, like they are really getting help and stuff. So I just said, okay, this is confirmation. So moving forward with this journey, I just knew that I wanted the help, and two, I wanted a Black therapist because I needed somebody that could relate. Not saying that there's anything wrong with, you know, other therapists and everything, but I just knew with the kind of things that I encountered, I just needed somebody to help me get to the root of this, because obviously this is not healthy, okay? Everything was going well, but unfortunately we had to part ways because of our schedules, and then we ended up moving the next year, so it was kind of like perfect timing. So now I'm back in therapy. I've been in consistently for 1.5 years now, and I'm absolutely proud of my progress. Am I 100% better? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, I'm still human. I'm still a mom. And now that I'm in a new environment, away from everything that we once knew, I knew that I needed that extra help to help me navigate this new life, you know? As far as career-wise, I'm not where I thought I was gonna be. Like I said, one minute I wanted to be a teacher, then I wanted to be on TV, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom, doing YouTube and blogging and stuff. On a journey that I never thought that I would be on, or I had no intentions of being on. I'm just at the point where I'm just trying to come to terms with it and be okay with it. But I can say that I am more forgiving. I am more open as far as how I feel. So if something's wrong, I'm going to tell you it's wrong. And it's not that I'm being mean. It's not that I'm trying to call you out, because in the end of the day, I'm not going to put you on blast. I'm not going to call you out in front of millions of people. That's just not my character. I have felt led to do it to me, but I just don't have the heart to do it to others. And especially if I have your number, I could just text you and call you and we can be grown about it. But that's the kind of mentality that I'm at now. Like the bitterness that I had towards like my dad, and towards like, you know, people that have done me wrong, towards exes and stuff like that, like I don't feel that anymore. Of course through prayer, because you know God says to get rid of all bitterness, anger, rage and all that. So spiritually I feel like I have, but mentally the way I've been able to process how to forgive and how to forgive in a healthy way where I've set boundaries. So yes, I forgive you, you know, you cool and all, but I have boundaries. Spiritually, you know, in the Bible it says you have to forgive 7 times, 77 times and stuff like that in order for you to be forgiven. But mentally, I've been able to process how to forgive in a healthy way. So just because I forgive you doesn't mean I'm going to allow you back in my space, okay? You did what you did, you said what you said, and that's that, okay? Life goes on. However, I have to set boundaries because I don't want your energy and your toxicity to come back into my space while I'm trying to heal, okay? So that's kind of like where I am mentally when it comes to certain things. So with the job situation, you know, just dealing with rejection, and rejection comes in so many ways, as far as like feeling inadequate or feeling worthless and feeling like you're not good enough, you know. And you know, it could be from somebody telling you that you're ugly, you're too dark for this, you know, just saying, oh, you're not qualified for this job, or you'll never be this, you know, there's rejection. Rejection is just painful. Hear somebody downplay your greatness because they don't approve of who you are and what you're capable of doing. It hurts. So spiritually, you know, rejection is God's protection and redirection into where he's trying to take you. I've been able to process rejection as a way of, this ain't it, that's not for me, because what's meant for you would not pass you by. So if it didn't happen for me, or if it hasn't opened for me, it just wasn't meant for me. And like I said, therapy has helped me to understand that mentally and process that mentally, so that way I don't get emotional about it. So I say all of this to say that there is nothing wrong with therapy. There is nothing wrong with seeking help, because like I said, there are just some people who just wallow in their dysfunction and then they wonder why they're not progressing in life. We all have the potential to be better and to do better, but when you choose not to because you're stuck in your ways, or because this is how you are. I hate when people say that is not how you are. Everything he created us to be is in the word. But from a mental health standpoint, some people are the way they are because of the things that they've never healed from. So if you haven't healed from your rejection, or from your childhood trauma, or from your rape, if you haven't healed from those things, then yes, you are going to continue to function in your dysfunction. And I'm here to tell you, stop it. It's not healthy. It's not good. Like, just the way that we put people on a pedestal, we invest so much of our time in people's lives, is because we haven't really taken the time to focus on ourselves, to focus on healing from our dysfunction, to stop these generational things. And speaking of generational, to understand the power that we have as millennials, as this Gen Z, we are so outspoken that we should be the ones breaking the generational cycles. Like, we are the generational breakers. I always said when I get married, I wanted my kids to grow up in a healthy, 2-parent home environment. Like, I spoke this thing into existence before I even knew that I would even get married, because I thought I was gonna get married, and I thought I was gonna get married at 35, 40. I just want to build and invest and just just live my best life. But God had a whole different plan. So now that my kids have that, I feel proud. All the, African parents, they want you to be a doctor. They want you to be a lawyer. They want you to do this and that. But one thing that they don't want you to do is not work. No, I may not be where I want to be or what I'm doing, but your girl will be working, okay? I don't give up, because I know my grandma didn't give up. I know my mom didn't give up. I know my sisters did not give up. So I can't give up. Like I said, there's just so many generational things within family lines that people don't want to bring to the light. But how do you expect to break those cycles if it's going to continue to get swept under the rug? You need to have these discussions. You need to have these conversations. I wouldn't want my mom to continue on in her life, going through life, without healing from something that she probably went through that she never brought to the light. You know, like, we have to stop it somewhere. It has to stop somewhere, and it should stop with you. Share this video because I'm truly passionate about the well-being of others. I know what therapy has done for me. I can see the changes. I can just feel the healing. Like I said, I'm not 100% because it's a process. It doesn't go into therapy for a year. It's not going to heal you from 20 years of trauma. It's not going to heal you from 20 years of rejection. It's not going to heal you from those 2 suicide attempts. You know, it's a process. But the fact that I'm continuing, I'm doing it, I'm taking it all in. I'm just thankful that I have the resources that I do have, so that way I'm not passing down anxiety to my children. I'm not passing, you know, depression to my children. I don't want them to experience the trauma that I experienced, that I just swept under the rug. And, you know, not saying that they're not going to go through stuff, because we all, like I say, we're human. Nobody's exempt from the troubles of the world. We're all human. But I'll be able to help them and guide them. So if this does happen, you call the police. Or if this happens, you let mommy and daddy know. But I don't want my kids to learn things the hard way. I want them to feel like they have to fit in, or they have to do this and do that to be cool or to fit in. Like, no, you don't have to. I took the initiative to get the help that I needed so that it stops with me. And if it stops with me, then it won't go on past the, you know, it won't continue. And you, my friend, you can be the generational breaker. You can be the change that your family needs. You can be the millionaire in your family, especially if you come from a line of people that didn't go to college. You can be the first to go to college and show that it's possible. We underestimate the power that we have. Like, if we really take the time to realize how amazing and how powerful we are, no matter what we've experienced and no matter what we've gone through in our lives, we will realize that we have the power to break these chains that have been holding our families, that have been holding our friends, that have been holding us back through this whole time. So yes, you can love Jesus, you can love God, but He blessed us with professional clinicians, professional psychiatrists, professional psychologists to help assist us, so that way we can process things and we won't be the toxic friend, we won't be the toxic wife, we won't be the toxic husband, we won't be the toxic friend, boyfriend, you know, we won't be the toxic son, daughter, whatever, because we have healed. We are healing, and we are able to spread our healing to the masses so that other people can heal. And that's why I wanted to share this video, because I want people to heal. I wasn't a bad person. If anything, I was a good person. It's just, like I said, some things that I experienced and that I encountered, I never healed or processed from it, which showed in my action, which played a part in the people I hung around, in the guys that I settled for, you know. And not to blame anybody, I'm not blaming anybody. Like I said, when you heal, you don't blame people for your dysfunction. You don't blame people for the things that you've done. At some point, you have to take responsibility for your actions. Certain things were out of your control. Trust and believe me, that's way out of your control, and don't beat yourself up for it, because trust me, I know how it is to just blame yourself, to feel like, oh, I put myself in that position for me to get, you know, attacked or whatever. It's so easy to put the blame on you because you don't want to blame anybody else. But that's where the healing has to come, so that way you're able to process what happened and move forward in a healthy way, so that way it's not, you know, it's not bothering you so much inside. When you watch stuff on TV, it doesn't trigger you. You know, it's healing. It's a healing process. And like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. Healing does not happen overnight. It is a process. but the fact that you're willing to start is the beginning of a new life for you. And I can tell you firsthand, like, that's why I don't want people to assume my life is perfect. I don't want people to think like, oh, she's always so happy, so bubbly. Trust me, it's my perspective. I choose to have joy. I choose to wake up and be grateful and have an attitude of gratitude. I choose. It's a choice. I was just so bothered by everything that I encountered. I just felt like, oh, I was just this negative person. I was just always whining. I was always crying, you know. But now I'm making a choice daily to find the joy in life and to enjoy this new life that God has given me. I've been suicidal and I just felt like my life was worthless. I didn't feel like I had a reason to be here, but I do. I have a life, I have a path that God has me on, obviously. I have an amazing husband who loves me and cares so much about me. I have 2 little humans that mean the absolute world to me. I just had to share that because it's like I said, I just care about the well-being of others and I just want people to do better. But you have to want better. Like, I just can't sit here and tell you, or your mama can't tell you, you know, go get help. You know, your daddy can't tell you. It's a choice. You have to choose and want to be better. And you can. Okay? Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Stop worrying about everybody else's dysfunctions, entanglements and stuff. And worry about your healing. Worry about your healing. Everybody's battling something. And one thing you don't need to battle is other people's battles. So I just want you to focus on your healing, focus on your mental health, and just focus on being a better person every single day. Trust me, you will not regret it. There's so many resources out here. If you're looking for a therapist or if you need assistance with therapy, whatever, I'll leave some links down below or send me an email and I got you. I just want you to be better. I sure said Jesus plus therapy. Woo! That is like the perfect equation to survive in this life because it's real out here. And I was also a people pleaser. Like, I cared so much about what people said. It's like, how you want to hear something about somebody, but you didn't even ask that person. Like, that's why I don't assume anything. If I hear something or I know something, oh, hey, let me talk to you real quick because I want to know the truth. I'm at a place in my life where I don't need lies. I don't want lies from other people. I want the truth. But you want to hear from other people that don't even like that person or don't even care about that person, then more than likely you're being told a lie. So just go to that person and ask. Ask them. And we could all heal together, you know? So, alright, but this video was way too long, so I hope that this was healing. I hope that this was inspiring. Like I said, I just wanted to share my experience and hopefully it will inspire you to want to do the same. So let me know down below your experience, if you've been in therapy, if you are in therapy, or if you're looking for therapy. Let me know and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Peace.